I'm Wonder Woman. Kick. Whoa. Oh shit, I dropped on the floor. Welcome to my June movie rundown. I know it's August. I know. This is a month late. I forgot. Well, I didn't forget. I was busy. Alright, I was busy, and also there was a hammer in the works, spanner in the works of The Mummy, which I'll get onto later. Also, ignore the fact the date on this one is later than the date on this one. I saw this in a different cinema before this one, but I got the Odeon ticket for this one later on because I wanted it to match, but in the order I saw this one after that one, so I'm doing this one first, but you get the point. Anyway, I saw 3 movies this month. Oh, this month, last month. Ooh. Why is my framing weird? I have to really push my hand down to... I've done the framing different this time. And it's weird. Wait, there we go. Thumbnail. Great. So 3 movies. Wonder Woman, The Mummy, and Baby Driver. All big budget movies. Wonder Woman. I'll do first movie I saw this month. I thought Wonder Woman was fucking great. I'm not a fan of DC generally, and I'm a massive Batman guy, but I'm not a fan of DC, more so because most of the characters have that kind of mythical element to them. It's the same reason I don't really like Thor in Marvel. They all have that mythical element. I much prefer superheroes when they are kind of more grounded in reality and kind of use tech. It's why I like Iron Man. It's kind of why I like Spider-Man, even though it's a bit, neuroscience-y. It's why I like Daredevil. It's why I like the Punisher and all these great Marvel superheroes. Wonder Woman, Superman, never really liked them. And I didn't have high hopes for Wonder Woman because every other DCU DC just makes sense because DC Comics, well, you say DC Comics, but DC stands for Detective Comics, so it's Detective Comics. It's like saying ATM machine. So when you say DCU, you're saying Detective Comics movies. Oh, that makes sense, but that's not. But no, Detective Comics universe. But then that's not movies, so you want to say DC Cinematic Universe, whatever. The DC Cinematic Universe, all the movies are in it. Something fell over. What was that? I don't know. It's 4 AM. I'm very tired. I'm going away in the morning, so I wanted to get this done before I left. Yeah, all the other DC Cinematic Universe movies have been shite. Suicide Squad, Man of Steel was, Man of Steel was alright. Batman vs Superman was a mixed bag. It was a mixed bag. It was a mixed bag. How much of a mixed bag was it, Matt? Well, if I can find the ticket in my list of tickets, I can properly represent how much of a mixed bag it was. I'm stalling for time. When the fuck did Batman vs. That's Ghostbusters. God, Jesus, Ghostbusters. Resurgence of Warcraft. Money Monsters. Money Monster. Bad Neighbors and Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. Bastille Day. There it is. There we go. Batman v Superman. Naughty Batman vs Superman. And Suicide Squad. I didn't see Man of Steel in the cinema. I did see Suicide Squad at the midnight release, though, which, in a lot of ways might have been a bad idea. It was a cool atmosphere. I'd never been to a midnight release before. It's the first one I went to on my own. But I quite enjoyed it. Where the fuck is the Suicide Squad ticket? You know what? I don't know, and I don't really care. The point is, that was a tangent. I just want an excuse to use all these other tickets I have. You know what? I collect these as prop, but I want to use them for something that's not just a fucking video. There we go. Fuck it. Yeah. Suicide Squad was absolute shite. Batman v Superman was a mixed bag. Ben Affleck's Batman was really good. Story was shite. So yeah, Suicide Squad was fucking awful. And Man of Steel. This is stellar. This is better than a lot of the Marvel movies. It's been compared to Captain America, the original Captain America, the first one, for very good reasons. You know, it's Captain America set in World War II. This is set in World War One. Yes, World War One, and it's that whole, you know, superhero out of place kind of thing. While Wonder Woman is more out of place in their universe than Captain America was, because Captain America, you know, grew up there and he was transformed and all this bollocks. Captain America's filmed in Liverpool. Actually, part of it, the scene where he gets transformed, he runs down the road after the thing and he runs over the bridge and he pulls the guy out of the submarine. That was filmed there. That's filmed in Liverpool at Stanley Dock, which is not far from where I live. It's a hotel now. It used to be an abandoned dock, and now it's a hotel. Would you look at that? I'm really going in a lot of tangents. I don't know how long I've been even recording for so far, and I've yet to even conclude on the first movie. Really good. It's really good to have a really just good female superhero. Patty Jenkins directed this. You know, she's unknown in the sense of she's not got many titles to her name, but I think she's got like 2 titles to her name, but one of them won an Oscar. So, I mean, I say Suicide Squad. Suicide Squad won an Oscar. Suicide Squad is an Oscar award-winning movie. Fuck me. I mean, the costume. Oh. The costuming was alright. It won an Oscar. Fuck me. This is great. I would say this should win an Oscar. This is very good. The character arc was good. The effects were excellent. It paced itself brilliantly. The romance in it feels natural. The friendships feel realistic. And you know what? Fucking Wonder Woman's badass as fuck. And the slow progression of the powers. And it's just great. It's a great film. And it doesn't have any of the problems Batman v Superman had with pacing or bad story writing. And it doesn't have any of the problems Suicide Squad being just dull as fucking dishwater. And it doesn't have any of the problems Man of Steel had where it's just like, I am Superman for glory and Kurt Russell. God, I forgot Kurt Russell, Superman's dad. God, he's in the next movie after this as well. Oh, he's in both these universes. Great. Great. I fully recommend seeing Wonder Woman. It's not on the cinemas anymore because I did this a bit too late, but I fully recommend. I've pre-ordered it on iTunes for when it comes out. I've pre-ordered it. So I do recommend very much seeing Wonder Woman. It is the best DC Cinematic Universe movie. I say so far, and I'm expecting it to stay that way for a while. Because, frankly, I'm not expecting Justice League to be as good as this, because, you know, it's DC. They fucked up every other fucking movie. I don't expect them to be good. Standalone Batman movie might beat this. I'm confident about the standalone Batman movie being good. I'm hoping. Big Batman fan, but excellent, excellent film. The Mummy. Now, this is the one that threw a bit of spanner in the works, because when I went and saw this in cinema, only saw half of it, because I went and saw it with my girlfriend, Annalise, and she's a big Mummy fan. She's a big fan of the originals. I saw Wonder Woman with her as well, and she's a big Wonder Woman fan as well. Loved it. She's a big Mummy fan. She walked out halfway through, and I joined her. I don't walk out of movies. Normally wouldn't have if she hadn't walked out. But her reasons for walking out were completely justifiable. Basically, the main antagonist of the movie is a female mummy who takes over people by straddling them and sucking out their soul through their mouths. And the main female character of the movie is introduced as that she slept with Tom Cruise's character, and then they work together for some reason. It's like, oh, you stole from me after we slept together. It's like, yeah, okay, work together now. Why? And then then there's this, and then the bit where we walked out was a bit where they're in a church, and the main antagonist is straddling Tom Cruise's character with a knife, pulls his shirt up, straddling on top of him, going really close to his body, and ooh, it's sensual, but it's creepy, you know. But it's creepy. It's supposed to be creepy. It's clearly just weirdly sexy. It's supposed to clearly be weirdly sexy, and it's just fucking weird. It's weird. it's weird. The entire thing just treats women like shit. And after seeing Wonder Woman, it is bad. But we walked out halfway through, and the reason I was dragging my heels on this one, and the reason this was kind of late, was because I kept meaning to watch the last half of it, which I did just now. I watched it on a streaming site. I got the fucking ticket. Fuck off. I don't feel bad about watching it on a streaming site. The second half is just weird. Doesn't make much sense. Anything that happens in it, nothing that they do makes sense. It's got Jekyll and Hyde in. I don't really know anything about Jekyll and Hyde, but Russell Crowe's Dr. Jekyll, and Superman's dad. I thought he was good as Jekyll and Hyde. The effects in The Mummy were good. There's a bit where the mummy's wandering down London, just destroying a bit of London, and it was in the trailers. And it's in the movie when she's going from one place to another, but it doesn't have any relevance to the plot. Nothing happens. She just walks down the street, destroys a few things, then she's underground. I don't know why she destroys some things. It's a power, it's like a massive power that she only has for that point, that she doesn't use it at any other point in the movie. Doesn't mean anything. No police turn up or anything. The world's not like, ooh, there's a mummy wandering. No, it just has no relevance to the plot. They just did it because it looked cool, I think. It's a kind of it's a trash movie. It's a trash movie, and it's sad because it's building up to one of these cinematic universe things, because everyone's trying to do that fucking now because Marvel's made such a hit with it. But I think Dark Universe it is. That's the same universe with Jekyll and Hyde and the Mummy and other things I don't know. It's trash. I don't recommend seeing it. I mean, I say the special effects are very good, especially on the mummy and the corpses, and the effects of like sucking the souls out is really cool. But it's just trash. It's trash. It's trash. And you know what? I actually really like Tom Cruise as, like, you know, an action actor. I like him in Mission Impossible. I liked him in Jack Reacher. I like him as an actor. He's fun. This is just a trash movie. I don't recommend seeing The Mummy. I don't feel like you know, I dragged my heels on watching the second half for a month and a half, for fuck's sake, and I didn't even, when I watched the last half, I went, oh, that wasn't really worth it, was it? I only watched it to do this fucking review-ish thing. I don't recommend seeing The Mummy. It's trash. Last but not least, Baby Driver. Edgar Wright's newest film. Is it his fifth film? I think it's his fifth film. Yeah, it's his fifth film. His fifth proper film. After the Cornetto trilogy and Scott Pilgrim. In my opinion, it's his weakest film. Some people say it's their favourite film of all time. Some people say it's amazing. Some people say it's better than all his other work. I disagree. I think it's his weakest film, but it's still great. And that says something about the man. His weakest film is still excellent. And you know what? That's great. It's a fun movie. I've, again, pre-ordered it. But, I mean, I've spoken to some people. People say it's better than The World's End, which I totally get that argument. I agree it's on par with it, but personally, I don't know. I think I maybe prefer this to The World's End, but I don't. There's more problems with it to The World's End. Like, World's End was just more boring than Baby Driver. It's almost a musical. The whole thing is about Baby, and he's a driver, and everything's synced to the music. The entire first opening scene, which is on YouTube, I'll link it below. It's him doing a lot of stuff in his car to a music, and then and the alarm goes off in the bank that people are stealing from, and he's waiting outside. Bell bottom, and the doors open. Bell bottom, they get in the car. Bell bottom as the doors close, and then and the entire car chase is choreographed to the music, and it's incredible. And a lot of the movies like that. There's a lot of great scenes where it's choreographed to the music. There's a what the fuck is the name? I can't remember the name of the Hocus Pocus. There we go, Hocus Pocus. It's a great gun scene with them. There's another great car scene at the end with Brighton Rock by Queen playing, and there's another great one where he's walking down a road. It's done as a one take thing where he walks down a road and turns and he goes into the coffee shop and gets coffee and comes back. But it's all synced to the music, and apparently in the background is actually all the lyrics to the music written as well, which I didn't notice. It's really good. The bits it's really good are, the bits it's good are really good, and the bits it's not really good are really dull. Like, that's the biggest problem I have with it. The pacing's fucking shite. It's got that really amazing car scene. It's got that really amazing scene where Baby walks down and thing, and then it sort of for a while when it goes plot. It goes, here's some plot, and the plot is irrelevant. The plot's kind of shite, and like, he's got a love story, and the love story is like, oh, I like music, and it's like, oh, I like music too. Okay, let's run away together. And it's like, what the fuck? I mean, if he's trying to be stereotypical with it, why did he fucking spend so much time on the fucking plot? Kevin Spacey's fun. His character arc didn't make any sense either. He does a thing which doesn't make any fucking sense considering his entire character arc. You know what? The characters don't make any sense in the movie. This is the biggest part. The characters make no fucking sense. The plot makes no fucking sense to me. I mean, people are like, oh, you ignore the plot. But yeah, it's fun if you ignore the plot, but I can't ignore the plot, really. But it's still fun. It's still fun. It's fun. The action scenes are fun. Yeah, I do recommend watching it. I do recommend watching it. I just don't think it's as good as Scott Pilgrim or Hot Fuzz or Shaun of the Dead. The World's End, kind of on par with, but I don't know. The good bits of this are way better than The World's End, but the not good bits of this are just, I think, more boring than The World's End. Because The World's End's got, to me, I can kind of remember the whole of The World's End, and it's very memorable to me, even though a lot of it's quite boring, and the end's kind of shite. This just really good bits and blah, 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 really good bit, blah, 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 really good bit, blah, 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 and the ending was weird. But I do recommend, I recommend those two films. There we go. I recommend those two. Fuck that one. To hell and back. Sorry, this one was late. I'm gonna record the July one directly after this, so if I sound just as tired, that's why. Thank you for coming. They were movies. I don't know how long this was. I waffled for a bit. Fuck off.